flu's getting around a bit, guys, so make sure we keep our social distancing and stuff. Even though we're not wearing masks at the moment, make sure we're aware, because it's not nice, I can vouch for that. So, birthdays and anniversary, guys, there's nothing on the list, unless anything's been missed that someone wants to bring up. Corey?
That was last toolbox, I think.
To kick off, guys, with some good news, so some positive feedback from the storm response on the weekend. So Dale, he's TSW8, Rentsy from Victor. He's pushed his thanks back to us, saying just wanted to recognise and reward the two crews that assisted Victor Harbour Depot over the weekend at Carrakalinga, replacing a DF pole. I did hand some photos around, guys. I don't know where they've ended up, just to give a bit of a snapshot of what was going on. So conditions weren't great, and as you can see by the pictures attached, having a DF pole rescue on someone's house is no small task. Enovan team boxed in well with the Victor Harbour crew and got stuck into the work without complaint. So please pass on the thanks from himself and the Victor Harbour Depot. Another one from Max. Very grateful for the assistance of your crews who helped across Metro and Regional through some very average weather last weekend. So another big thank you there, guys. A bit of a local one regarding the Atherstone project works that happened last week, I believe. So well done to the crews working on the Atherstone Road customers' work last week. It was clear all had great positive attitude and initiative throughout the 3-day project. So big thanks to Des, Reese, Dean, Liam, Chris, Mick, Alan, Shane and Nick Barrett. So thanks guys for your efforts there. So moving on, Sebi's not here to go through our switching from last week. Nothing, Reese, you want to bring up out of the ordinary? Well, we were over 500 days over the weekend, so that's a huge milestone. Correct me if I'm wrong, Quinny, we got barbecue this afternoon?
Barbecue this afternoon.
So 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock, yeah.
Oh,
Perfect. We'll try to get back in time for that.
yeah.
I'll be there.
So that'll be a good one, guys. No switching alerts. Moving on to, we got some DS incidents. Alright, so flipping through. So first one, our new switching mentor, Chris Hoyle. Has that been announced yet, Rentsy? I'm not too sure.
No, I haven't.
Oh, spoiler. So Chris has put his hand up to take Reese's position. Correct me if I'm wrong, mate. I reckon that's who it was. So yeah, Chris has got plenty of experience, 10 years or so, switching and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, he'll be great for the role, and hence the first name line. So Chris has put in a mistake he picked up on an LVLSP last week. So during the switching briefing, it was discovered that a mistake was in the restoration. Workers have changed an open point crossarm by opening and earthing either side of the brake. The item in the restoration called to check LV taps closed, despite it being an open point. So amendments were made there. And yeah, excellent pickup. Obviously that's not something we want to do, child training together at the end of the day. So learnings obviously all do in the office here, guys. We'll make sure that doesn't happen again. Chris thought it was great, he put it in twice.
It was 2 different ones. No,
Two separate ones, yeah.
Corey made the same mistake twice.
It happened twice. Alright, there you go. Yeah, not great guys, but it does highlight obviously the importance of checking the LVLSPs when we're going through the briefings, alright? Another one here, so incorrect GIS mapping. So crews opened circuit 4 on a transformer which inadvertently dropped supply to traffic lights corner Chimera Parade and Frederick Road, just a quad intersection. So work was immediately stopped and supply restored. The traffic lights in GIS are fed from transformer 8 as opposed to the other transformer. Mapping was incorrect where the lights were fed from. Alright, so anything else to discuss about that, Quinny, or
It's
anyone?
just a mapping issue, so the maps are incorrect.
Yeah.
That was all, so we've followed that on to GIS map to get that corrected.
Yeah.
That's the job is scanned.
Next one here is poor old Dino crushed his finger last week. So while replacing an LV turnback crossarm, the come along slipped while releasing conductor from the insulator, and it pinch crushed his right hand his little finger on his right hand, causing a bit of laceration there. So Dino had to go to the doctors and get some medical treatment, cleaned and bandaged his finger up, and got him all good. So how's it feeling, Dean?
Yeah, pretty good.
On the men?
Got to go this morning and get it patched up again.
Yep. So, any thoughts on that, guys? Or Dino, especially? How we could avoid that. So,
Yeah, it was my fault. I put it on a grip. Shouldn't have. Couldn't reach.
be mindful, guys. Make sure we push those come along down as far as we can, and we're clear of our hands and fingers and all those little bits and pieces. Last one here from Timmy. So, Xeria switching cubicle LS failure. So, a crew went to operate a cubicle on LS3 to tie feeders together when the mechanical interlock failed to work correctly, resulting in the LS being unable to operate. Crew had successfully opened the earth switch and removed the cable from earth position, however, were unable to operate the load switch. So, good pick up there, good reporting from the guys. Obviously, there's not too much else we can do in that situation except for obviously report, advise HVC guys, and go from there.
What switch was that?
What switch?
Solar switch?
Xeria.
So is there any, we continuing switching on that still?
As far as I know, mate. There's been no other bulletins come out and stuff like that, so. Alright. Cool, so that's them done. Just some general depot stuff, so the volunteer vaccination stuff. If we want to close the business this week, this Friday, mate, is that we need it by? Or
Yeah, it's all voluntary, just a verbal to me, just so I can just mark it up on the list of information we already have from you guys. Just a simple one, just let me know, I'll mark it up.
Yep.
And it'd be good if we could do that. Just keep it fresh in your heads this morning, just tell me after the meeting or
And what
whatever.
vaccine, mate? Is that 3?
Hey?
Is that your booster shot? That your sort of
No, it's
whatever?
just their status, basically. They just want to know if anyone's, even if you're the same status, just still tell me if you've had a booster, whatever, just let us know. And they can just update it in Success Factors.
Easy. Alright, moving on to some safety alerts and events. So, Renty, you can start with yours, mate. There's an accident.
Alright, so safety bulletin for copper vandalism and theft. So with the recent increase in reports of copper vandalism and or theft, this bulletin serves as a reminder on how to respond appropriately if you encounter a situation where copper vandalism, damage to our infrastructure and or theft is taking place. So it's just got a few actions here. So conduct a risk assessment. Your safety is our highest priority. A thorough risk assessment is a critical part to ensure this. Consider both your physical and psychological safety. If the scenario is safe to enter, what controls can you put in place to ensure yours and public safety? Alert emergency services. So if you encounter a scenario where you require immediate emergency response, call 000. If the requirement isn't urgent, consider calling your leader, duty officer first to discuss, for example, if you encounter an injured person. When this all sort of comes out since that axe was found in HV, so that's probably why it's talking about psychological safety and alerting emergency services. And report, as soon as you can, report the event to your leader, duty officer, follow up with further if you're no longer than 24 hours. And then traumatic event response. If you're exposed to a traumatic event, contact your leader and submit a traumatic event notification as well. So I suppose with theft, there's obviously quite substantial risk to the person conducting the theft, so we never know what we're going to come across. So there's a bit of info around when you come across something traumatic, so just make sure you follow the right processes and work through it as a group.
Hey Renty, do we call not 000? Someone's hooked up on our asset.
Yeah, knock is always the best to call because they can then direct emergency services to you rather than you having to worry about that.
Next one we got here, guys, is some transposed cables identified as a switching alert. So what happened? So while performing some LED lighting upgrades for the Salisbury Council, work identifies a transposed cable within the lighting head. So the work appeared to have been undertaken previously, and if not identified at the time, it could have resulted in the stove pole becoming live, causing injury to the worker. So it's a great pickup from Enervan public lighting workers, and a reminder to stay vigilant and the importance of testing every time, particularly when working on the old infrastructure. So no injury to workers or plants, and cable was replaced and brought up to standing. So great pickup there, guys. Photos are pretty obvious what sort of happened there. They obviously looked at colourblind and there was some connections at some stage. I mean, we've got plenty of lights going up soon as well, guys, for the Henley Beach Fleck and stuff. So very important that we get these in there done correctly. Last one here is pole condition raised by customer. So reported through the Marston Depot, a customer removed a vine from a Stovey pole and raised concern about its condition. So the pole under the vine was unknown, and the vegetation had not been previously identified and raised as a notification for removal. So immediate actions: site was assessed by asset assessment supervisor, and escalated job raised for pole replacement and placed in the work plan for August. Depot sent personnel to site to check the condition and changed it under breakdown conditions. Debrief with the depot to re-highlight the issues of vines on poles and their conditions. Alright, I think that's pretty self-explanatory, guys. How crazy the vines can get wrapped around the poles, and there is no possible way to get in there and have a look at them. So be aware when we're working on them, ladder or EWP alike, do the best we can to check the conditions, alright? Anything else from you guys? Nope. I am happy. See you all at 3 o'clock this afternoon out the back.